The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Pair of wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Game Day Gilman out here in Rush City at Rush City High School for tonight's matchup between the Rush City Tigers and the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. We're getting ready for this game. We're about 7 minutes away from first serve, so we're going to get a word from our fine sponsors. Then we are going to hear a word from the head coach of the Rush City Tigers, Eric Thielander. Thielander had a conversation with him preseason, nice conversation, and he's got a look at this team and what they're ready for. And you know what? Instead of first running our sponsors, why don't we hear that interview with him right now? So Game Day coming out here at Rush City High School for tonight's volleyball match between the Rush City Tigers and the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. We'll get that interview with the Rush City head coach, Eric Thielander, coming to you right now. Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the Rush City Tigers volleyball head coach, Eric Thielander. First of all, Coach Thielander, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for making some time to hear what's going on in our gym.
Absolutely. And first question for you, Coach. How long have you been the head coach here at Rush City?
Well, I've been in Rush City. This will be my 21st season coaching Rush City volleyball, and that's total years coaching. I haven't coached high school volleyball anywhere else, so it's all been here.
For you as a coach, what is the lead up to that first practice like for you? What are some of the things that you do to prepare?
Leading up to the beginning of the season, the first practice, a lot of that time in the summer that we get with our athletes helps us kind of get back into the groove easily. That first day of practice, we kind of know who's coming out. We kind of know what kids are wanting to play for positions, and that summer kind of lays the groundwork for that first day. But, getting in there that first day it doesn't matter if you've been coaching 1 year or 21 years, it's still, my stomach still has butterflies, and I'm still anxious and still wondering what's going to be, what the season's going to bring, and a lot of excitement and nerves, for sure, even for someone who's been doing it this long.
Looking at the team's roster this year, how is that shaping up? Is this a more veteran team, younger, or is it a mix of both?
Maybe the latter of those two. It's definitely young, but we do have some leadership too, some people, some experience. So it's a little bit heavy in youth. We've got some 8th graders and 9th graders and 10th graders, and but then we have some older leaders, just 2 seniors this season, and three girls coming back with some experience, with a lot of experience. So they're kind of help guide the ship here, so to speak, with a lot of young players surrounding them. So it's going to be exciting to see how those younger players mature, and a lot of that has to do with those three older girls. I mean, they just have the experience from last year, helping guide them and help them grow. So it'll be a nice mix, but definitely heavy in the younger players on this roster this season.
Do you know who the captains for the team are yet? And if so, could you share that with us?
Yeah, it'll be our 2 seniors. It's senior Autumn Stream, so she's a middle hitter for us, and then McKenna Garr. And she's going to be changing her role a little bit this year and doing some hitting for us and not just strictly in the back row.
You talked about the 3 returning players who have some experience on the varsity level. What are some of the things that you expect from those returning players?
Well, it's not just that they have experience on the court. It's we have a certain set of expectations, and I hope that those 3 can help lead the rest of the group in those kind of situations. So, when we're practicing, I want those three to be leading and showing what we expect out of intensity and effort. Of course, their skills on the court are going to be looked upon greatly, but it's also just setting the tone off the court and helping this team kind of grow as a unit. The last year we had a group of girls or a team that had so much time together, and it was a little bit more fine tuning last year. This year, these girls are new to each other, so those three leaders are going to have to help immensely, and they're up for the challenge to get this team to come together.
Through this first few weeks of practice, I know you've had 2 scrimmages here this week. What are some of the, or I should ask, who, if anybody, or maybe it's just a position, has anyone stepped up or surprised you at all?
Well, I mean, I think that the younger kids each day surprise me. Each day they're growing and learning. I can't really say a certain person. I just think that they're all just, the learning curve is so great. They're just absorbing so much and learning so much and playing at a faster rate and picking things up quickly. So the younger group is really taken well to the team, and they're learning so much each day. So they're stepping up, and then it's these veterans they're also showing lots of poise and leadership, and then moving McKenna to an outside hitter position. She's stepping up in a different role. Autumn Stream in the middle and Abigail Thielander on the outside. They're all doing things that we would expect them to do in helping this team gel.
Talking about those scrimmages that you've had here this week, what are some of the things that you took away from those scrimmages?
Well, I think the biggest thing is which is an exciting thing for me, it's that this team right now is nowhere near where it's going to be, come middle of end of October. There's so much potential as these girls get comfortable playing around each other and comfortable in their positions. So what I took away from the scrimmages, I like some of the things we're doing. I like how we're playing, and then at the same time, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to see what she's going to be doing with that same play in a month from now. So there's just a lot of growth opportunity with this group, and that's probably the biggest takeaway that I took from the scrimmages this week and leading us into our tournament tomorrow.
Looking at that tournament, what is something that... Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I have to only just tease that interview. You'll have to catch it on our website at WCMPradio.com. Go to the Sports tab and click on Interviews because, well, we're getting set for first serve here at Rush City High School. Tell you what, I will, just because you're such great viewers, I will try to play the remainder of that interview here as we get our starting lineups and our national anthem. So back to, hopefully, the rest of that interview here on WCMP. Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the Rush City
Stomach, where it's going to be, come tomorrow, where it's going to be, come group, and that's probably the biggest takeaway that I took from the scrimmages this week and leading us into our tournament tomorrow.
Looking at that tournament, what is something that you're looking for your team going into the kind of the first real action of the season? What's something you're hoping your team can take away from that tournament?
Well, I hope after tomorrow's completed that they're able to say, hey, we worked hard, we gave it everything, and then also they see what potential we have. Or what we're capable of doing. I want us to walk out of the gym tomorrow feeling good about the progress we've made, and that they're excited and ready to come back to work on Monday. We play some tough opponents, some bigger schools, and that's definitely on purpose to push us and to show us what we need to continue to work on. And it's a great way to start the season by getting lots of play early on and allowing us to really put some of those things into practice early, the things that we need to work on. So Yeah, I mean, I hope we just leave the gym tomorrow excited about what the season holds, and that they're just ready to have a good time out there and just take another step forward of gelling as a team.
I know the last 2 years this team has made it to state, and I know players sometimes can want to look towards getting back to that, but as a coach, how do you make sure that they're focusing, one game at a time instead of just getting back to state?
Yeah, I mean that's always a challenge. This group already, though, they've been very focused on just what's right in front of them. We haven't really even had that conversation yet. We're still in the process of kind of working on our team goals and our values and what we think our team should look like this season, and we're still kind of fine-tuning those things. And I always like to tell them, this next point is the most important point, and that kind of is going to ring true, especially this year, with how we're just going to be developing so much throughout the season that right now how we are, but might not be the team that could make it to that ultimate goal. But I truly believe that the team that we could get to be by the end here is a team that can compete in the playoffs. So we just have to keep having that mindset of this next point is the most important point, and things will just have to work out the way they're supposed to.
Of course, teams year to year are always different, and this year a little bit different for you because you're bringing in a lot of youth. But what are some of the things from last year that you had success with that you'd like to see this team this year have success with?
Well, I mean, I think that last year that group of kids had played so much together, and they all were very focused on what they wanted to achieve, and I think that's something that this group will also do.
Well, I got to tease you again because that is going to be it, because we are getting set for first serve here in Rush City. So, well, you'll have to tune into our website to catch the rest of that interview. I promise you it is up there. Go to WCMPradio.com. Go to the Sports tab and click on interviews, and that's where you can catch the rest of that interview with head coach Thielander of the Rush City Tigers volleyball squad. But as for now, we're getting set for first serve here in Rush City between the Rush City Tigers and the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. I actually have an interview coming up with the Wildcats head coach Hannah Lindstrom here later this week, so I'm very excited for that. Your starters tonight for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats will be number 11, Kate Friedner, number 12, Kayla Larson, number 15, Morgan Mayer, number 22, Sophia Al-Khatib, and number 29, Linnea Carlson. Their libero is Kayla Wheeler. On the other side, for your Rush City Tigers, it'll be number 1, Autumn Stream, 3, Abigail Thielander, 4, McKenna Gar, 7, Clara Neeson, 9, Natalie Rude, and 10, Kendra Heinz. Those are your starters here for this evening's game between these two teams. And Rush City looking to keep themselves undefeated on the season so far. Chisago Lakes, I think they would be looking for their first win of the year, I believe. Early on here in the season, the MinnesotaScores.net and Minnesota Volleyball Hub are just not quite caught up to each other fully yet. So you just always have to be careful which website you're looking at, because sometimes they both can be different. So I always gotta double check just to make sure I'm doing it the right way. Now I don't like to give you false information. But here we go. Tigers and Wildcats getting set to go. One last sub looks like before we get started, and it will be the Tigers serving first. It will be Natalie Rude set to serve for the Tigers of Rush City. There we go. Fix the camera a little bit for y'all. And here we go. Serve is over, and it's dug up by Kayla Wheeler. Instead, it's going to go backwards. That'll be an ace for Natalie Rude. Mr. Rude, a great AD, always checks sees how I'm doing, make sure I've got everything. Appreciate him. Rude again with the serve. Right towards Wheeler again. This time it's dug up and hit across by, I didn't see the number, that was Linnea Carlson, excuse me. Now back across for the Wildcats, back over by Al-Khatib. Wildcats get it over, now do the Tigers from Gar. And it's Carlson that will hit that one, but it goes out of bounds. And no, they're going to say it is point for Chisago Lakes. So the Wildcats get the point there. Head coach Thielander of the Tigers confused himself, as I am. And I don't think he agrees with the call. Either way, we move on. Sadie Loma to serve for the Wildcats. The serve is up and over. More of a line drive serve. Natalie Rude with a diving dig. Guard goes after it to try and get it back over. But it is going to get down for a point for the Wildcats. It was Rude who initially got the dig. Gar with the diving play, and then Rude just couldn't catch back up with it. It will be Loma again. Back over to Gar. Rude. And now hit across by Thielander. And that's a good kill from Abigail Thielander. Perfect spot. Perfect placement on that one. We'll save that for a replay. Show you at the end of this first set. Back serving now for the Tigers is Abigail Thielander. It is up and over. Across the way to Larson, Kayla Larson, and now that hit is in. And Thielander pretty upset with that call. Thought that one was out. He was quickly up out of his seat, so Kayla Larson will get the kill for the Wildcats. Thielander not a fan of that last call. He's had two tough calls here that he didn't agree with so much. And after a little bit of discussion, I guess it's going to be Tiger point after all. Well, sometimes all you need is a little bit of a discussion, and that takes care of it. So it will be Thielander to serve once again for the Tigers. They lead 3-2 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. That's just down in front of Kayla Wheeler, the libero for the Wildcats, for an ace this time for Thielander. They get 4-2 for the Tigers on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Thielander ready to serve. First set, Tigers lead 4-2. Thielander serve is up and over. They're going to go right to Wheeler again, make her get a play, but now it's hit over by Al-Khatib at the net, and it's hit into the net. Great job by McKenna Gar to get that one back up and over the net without touching the net herself. And the Wildcats just couldn't get a play on it. And it's 5-2. Over on KBEK tonight, Mora taking on Barnum, A lob over by Thielander. It's an ace for her once again to make it 6-2. Finishing my thought over on KBK, Adam Hefty has Mora and Barnum volleyball action. And then on our YouTube, WCMP Radio's YouTube, it is Ogilvie and West Lutheran going at it. Bunch of volleyball action coming your way here tonight. This serve is up, over, and in for an ace from Thielander. And Abigail Thielander having her way here so far. That is now three. Count them, 1, 2, and 3 aces for Abigail Thielander. Thielander only a sophomore. Freshman last year, part of their state tournament team. This serve is dug up by Kayla Larson, and a little bit of a tough dig there for her. It pushes it nearly right to the court. And that will force a timeout from the Chisago Lakes Wildcats bench and Hannah Lindstrom, their head coach. Not what she was hoping for here in the first set. They got off to a decent start. Won't say the best start. It's not certainly a start they would have asked for, but a decent start nonetheless. And fortunately, ever since then, it is knock on their way. Of course, a couple of tough calls for both sides. Had a point that went the Wildcats' way, in which you felt that should have went the Tigers' way, and then you had a point that was the Wildcats' way, in which I thought was a good call, but then they discussed and decided, nope, it's actually Rush City point. So a little bit of a tough go of it here for Chisago Lakes as of late on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners, 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. So 8-2, the Tigers lead. Wildcats with that most recent timeout. And here's the serve from T-Lander, up and over, dug up by Larson once again. Kayla Larson looking to make a play. It hits the net, and then it's dug up by T-Lander to Rude. Hitting it across this time is Clara Neeson, but blocked at the net by the Wildcats for the point. And if you're watching this live on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so that way you're notified anytime we go live with any sporting event. All you have to do is click the notification. It'll take you right to the live video. Sophia Al-Khatib going to serve, and that's going to come up short. And the point will go back to the Tigers. 9-3 now. Tigers with the lead. Al-Khatib will sub out. Coming in for her is going to be Sadie Loma. That's Haley Sandberg. I apologize. Haley Sandberg checking in, one of the 5 seniors this Chisago Lake squad has. Kendra Hines checks out. In for her is Ellie T-Lander. Ellie T-Lander, an 8th grader, checking in for the Tigers, and she'll go back to serve. So the T-Landers serving here tonight. Can Ellie continue what her sister did? That one nearly the same, but a good dig. Now Kayla Larson looking for the kill. It's dug up beautifully by Abigail T-Lander. McKenna Gar will look for the kill. Dug up nicely by Sadie Loma. Hit back across by Mariah Cave. Tigers have it. Gar looking for the kill, and she gets it down for the kill for the Tigers. And that will get our first double digits on the board. Tigers leading 10-3 on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com with live video. Again, Ellie T-Lander to serve. Serve is up and over. Dug up nicely by Loma. Kayla Larson looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Stream. Rude has it. Gar will look for the kill. That is, just in. And I mean just. I had a chance to look at our Rush City auto replay at the end of the first set. We will, but that one looked close. That one, I would like to see the Rush City auto replay on that one. So we get set here. Ellie T-Lander's serve is over. Dug up by Haley Sandberg. Looking for the kill this time is Linnea Carlson, and that's going to go just long on the hit from Carlson. And it goes out, so it's another point for the Tigers, 12-3. T-Lander back serving. The T-Lander serving has been very effective here tonight as her serve is over, dug up by Kayla Larson. Larson will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by Autumn Stream. Autumn Stream with the block, and it's 13-3. Tigers take a double-digit lead now. A pretty dominant opening stanza for the Tigers serving between the T-Landers as this one is over. Dug up by Sadie Loma, and now looking Carlson, Linnea Carlson looking for it, but Rude now has it over to Gar looking for the kill. Dug up nicely by Haley Sandberg. Pushed back across by the Wildcats. One of the T-Landers has it, and that hit into the net by Stream. And Gar will hit it back across. That's going to get down just in front of Sadie Loma. And the Wildcat bench thought that perhaps maybe the hit by the Tigers went into the net without getting blocked by a Wildcat player. I thought, I don't know, I kind of agreed. But with that, we'll take a look at our Rush City Auto replay here. This is that most recent one that was close to being out but wasn't quite out. Or so I had thought. Oh, no, that's in. That is just in. So that's a look at your Rush City Auto replay here on WCMP. And we'll get that other one loaded up here for you. That way you guys can take a look at the replay. And if we have a chance, which I don't think we will, we'll have that loaded up for the next time as both teams come back out of the timeout. 14-3, Tigers with the lead over the Wildcats. Wildcat student section getting into it now, trying to give some juice to their team. Meanwhile, it's Ellie T-Lander for the Tigers getting set to serve. It's up and it is over. That one's long, and that will be a point back for the Wildcats. 14-4 now. And can this be a little bit of a momentum shifter for the Wildcats? Checking in now is Kiana Osmundson for Linnea Carlson. And Osmundson will go back to serve. We also had one more substitution. Looks like Bené Smith in for Morgan Mayer. 2 substitutions. Meanwhile, it's Osmundson getting set to serve. It is up and it is over. Dug up there. I couldn't see the number. That's Gar. They'll hit it over, and Abigail T-Lander just does get it over. A diving dig by Loma, and another diving dig for the Tigers. And it's T-Lander who gets it over. Dug up by Loma. Hit back across. T-Lander with the dig to Rude. To Gar. Hard hit. Blocked at the net. Trying to get it over. The Wildcats do get it over. Looks like we maybe had, I'm not sure. Wildcats were pretty emphatic there for a moment, but I think it might have just been because the block, and then their hit went out of bounds. Unfortunate there for the Wildcats, but now the Tigers have it back to serve. It's Clara Neeson to serve. Hit over and dug up by Sadie Loma, and this hit is out of bounds by the Wildcats to make it 16-4. So Clara Neeson will back to serve again for the Tigers. Neeson's serve is up, and it is long. Good eye there by the Wildcats team. Not chasing that one. And that's one where, again, that's just a beautiful serve by Neeson, but that's one where she's getting you to chase it to make a mistake on trying to go after it, but Wildcats smart enough to lay off that one. Now checking in is Kate Friedner. Back to serve is Kayla Larson. Larson getting set to serve. It is up and it is, oh, it just gets over the net. It hits the net. Stream with the dig to Rude. Back to Stream. Blocked at the net. Rude with the dig to T-Lander. Now Gar will hit it across. Dug up nicely by Larson. At the net, kept alive, and the Wildcats get it over. I thought Bené Smith had cleanly gotten it over, but I think they're going to say that one of the Wildcat players touched the net, so it's not as clean as it may have looked, and the Tigers will benefit of that, making it 17-5. Now back to serve is going to be one of the few seniors on the team, only 2, McKenna Gar. Her serve is over, and that's a tough play for Haley Sandberg. Not much she could do about that one because, I mean, really either way, it was going to be a tough play, but that's going to be an ace for McKenna Gar. 1 of 5 here in this first set. Gar with the serve. That one's dug up by Friedner. Friedner will look to push it across. On the slide, dug up by T-Lander. And Abigail T-Lander will look to hit it. It's into the, oh my goodness, it's into the rafters. It was a clean dig from Kayla Larson, but it went up into the metal rafters here in the gym. And it bounced around, and, well, her teammate, Kate Friedner, I simply couldn't find it. That's not even really her fault. That's just a tough bounce. Serve over by Gar, dug up by Friedner. Hitting it across Bené Smith, and a little too far across. That one's going to be out. 20-5. Now the lead for the Rush City Tigers. McKenna Gar, serve again. This one just does go out, and a smart play there from the Wildcats. Wildcats have done a really good job of that, of knowing when a ball is going to go long or out. They've done a really good job of being aware of where that ball is on the court, making sure not to go after anything long. Kayla Wheeler now back to serve for the Wildcats. Her serve is up and just over. That's Ellie T-Lander with the dig. Natalie Rude now to Abigail T-Lander. That's going to be 4 hits by the Tigers. And for one of the few, in fact, this might be the first time tonight that the Wildcats have put multiple points together in a row. This serve is up and over. Dug up by one of the T-Landers. That's Ellie. Now hit across by Abigail T-Lander, and diving after it was Bené Smith. You had about 3 Wildcats in the vicinity of that ball, and I think maybe just a matter of miscommunication there on that one. Bené Smith had a late dive after it, but just couldn't get underneath it. Kendra Heinz will check in for Ellie T-Lander. And back to serve is Autumn Stream. Serve is over, and it's dug up by Friedner right at the net. No, excuse me, that was Kayla Larson who dug it up, but that one goes right to the net, and Wildcats tried to get it off of the ricochet, but that's just too tough at that point. There's no chance for them to get it cleanly without it touching. And now it's another point for the Tigers. Stream with the serve into the net. And that's a point back for the Wildcats. Wildcats looking to put a few points together in a row, go on a little bit of a run here to get back into this one. They trail 22-8. Substitutions here. It'll be Morgan Mayer in for Bené Smith. And Linnea Carlson in for Kiana Osmondson. Back to serve will be Morgan Mayer, a junior for the Wildcats. Her serve is up, and it is over. And that is just long. And I mean just. That's a good spot for that one from Morgan Mayer, but just long on the serve. And now it'll be Natalie Rude. She started serving in this first set. Can she finish it off? It's 23-8, Tigers. Serve is up and over by Rude. Dug up nicely by the Wildcats. Couldn't get a clean look at the number. Carlson looking for the kill. Dug up by Gar to Rude. And that is hit over by Neeson. Dug up by the Wildcats. It's Kate Friedner looking for the hit back across, but that gets into the pole on the net, which is out of bounds. Or the antenna, if you will. Pole, antenna, same difference. But it is now set point for the Tigers, and Natalie Rude looks to finish it off. Rude readies. And the serve, up and over. Dug up by Kayla Wheeler. Dug up nicely on the dive, and then hit across by Al-Khatib. Dug up by the Tigers, Rude, and now hit across by Abigail T-Lander. Gets over, dug up by the Wildcats. Kate Friedner looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Kendra Heinz, and that will do it. A 25-8 first set win for the Tigers. And that will be it for set number 1. 25-8, Tigers over the Wildcats there in the first set. We'll take a commercial break, and we'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation. And whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Back here on WCMP, Ethan Game Day Gilman out at Rush City High School for tonight's matchup between the Wildcats of Chisago Lakes and the Tigers of Rush City. Tigers took set number 1, 25-8, a pretty dominant set there by Rush City, but we also have another 2 sets to go and maybe then some. So we'll see if the Wildcats can't come back here for set number 2 and take one of their own. Sometimes all you need to do is just kind of get the jitters out. Road games are never easy. And sometimes in those road games, all you need to do is just get those jitters out. And sometimes that's all it takes before you get back into a rhythm and wind up taking a set, maybe 2, and then 3. Wildcats wearing their white jerseys, the forest green, I don't know, letters and numbers outlined in the gold, the 1 green stripe on the sleeve and then on the side. For the Tigers, their blue jerseys with the yellow letters and numbers outlined in white, the yellow stripe on each of the sleeves and on the side of the jersey itself. Both in those jerseys come from the Nike world of things. Should be Wildcats serve, if I do remember correctly. For the Rush City Tigers, though, they had 5 aces there in that first set alone. 3 of them came from Abigail Thielander. Now back to serve for the Wildcats is Morgan Mayer. As we are set and ready to go in the second set of action here at Rush City High School. Tigers only have the 2 seniors in McKenna Garr and Autumn Stream, but those 2 seniors are definitely leading the way for this Tiger team. Mayer's serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Garr. Rude at the net, and a kill there at the net from Al-Khatib. It was her or Kate Friedner. It looked like they both managed to get their hands on it, but I believe it was Al-Khatib who got the kill. She was cool, calm, and collected after that big hit. That one, unfortunately, after the set for Rude, it just got to the net. And no excuse. So, got a little bit of a discussion there at the scores table, but it is going to be 1-0 Wildcats to open up set number 2. And again, a big hit from Al-Khatib. Kate Friedner also in the area of that kill. But after the dig and then the set, it was up to Rude, but it just went over the net. And Al-Khatib and Friedner, again, not real sure of who got their hands on it. It looks like they give it to, they haven't given it to either one yet on that Brace Orthodontics scoreboard. Oh, excuse me, they are going to change that. It is not a Wildcat point, it is a Tiger point, and I'm not real sure as to why they changed it. Elena Larson gets the hit over for the Wildcats, and now Abigail Thielander with the kill. It's going to be 2-0 apparently for the Tigers. I'm not real sure why the change, but, well, they do change it nonetheless. So it's 2-0 Tigers. Again, I don't know all the volleyball signs and signals, so forgive me on that one. Natalie Rude with the hit across, dug up by Kayla Wheeler. And setting it up for Friedner. This one dug up by Rude, and it's going to go backwards and out of bounds, and now it will be a point for the Wildcats. Again, not real sure as to why the call was what it was, as to it being, I don't know, maybe out of play, or was it maybe, I don't know. Not real sure, but it's 2-1 nonetheless. We digress and move forward. It's going to be Friedner to serve for the Wildcats. She gets it over, and it's dug up by Garr. Setting it up for Kendra Heinz right in front of the diving Friedner. And it's a kill for Kendra Heinz to make it 3-1. Heinz with the kill, and now it's Abigail Thielander getting set to serve. Thielander serve is up and over. Dug up by 2 Wildcats. Back across the net for Gar, who gets the kill. McKenna Gar will be credited with that one. And now another word at the scorers table, perhaps, maybe. No, looks like we lost the ball. Ball goes into the abyss. Gar will, with the kill, now takes the team lead with 4 of them. Right behind her is Abigail Thielander with 3. And it's Abigail Thielander back to serve. Her hit is over. Dug up by Larson. Over to Mayer. And trying to get it over the net that time was Milana Larson, but that one just too much of an angle for her to get anything over. And it's point for the Tigers once again, 4-1. Abigail with the serve. It's up and over. Oh, and that's a tough dig for Kayla Larson. I think she was a little bit confused, and then right in the middle of her hit for the dig, she thought about letting her teammate Kayla Wheeler get it, and because of that, her swing was a little bit off. It distracted her for a moment, and that's what caused that one to go well awry. 6-1 after the mishit on the side of the Wildcats, and it will be the Tigers with a 6-1 lead. Timeout called here by the Wildcats and Hannah Lindstrom, their head coach. Ethan Game Day Gilman out here at this game, and don't forget, over on KBEK, Nice 95.5, Adam Hefty has the Mora Mustangs hosting the Barnum Bombers. Then on our YouTube at WCMP Radio, if you go to YouTube, type in WCMP Radio, that's Ogilvy hosting West Lutheran. Andy Beckstrom has the call on that one. If you're looking for all the rest of the games that we're going to be covering here the rest of this week, go to WCMPradio.com, go to the Sports tab, and click on Broadcast Schedule. You can do that same very thing on KBEK.com. Go to the Sports tab, click on Broadcast Schedule for all the games we're covering this week. Got more volleyball on Thursday, football on Friday. I'm excited for the rest of this week. Abigail Thielander gets set. Here's the serve. It's up and over. Wheeler with a diving dig. Then to Mayer, and then hit across by Larson. Dug up by the Tigers. That's Gar, and Gar. That one just a little bit too far. A little too much juice on that one. And it'll make it 6-2. Sophia Al-Khatib back to serve. One of their tallest players on the squad, standing 5'10". Serve is over. Dug up by Stream to Rude. Gar will knock this one across. Dug up by Mayer. Al-Khatib. Oh, and then a miscommunication. That was not going to get over. Morgan Mayer, a late decision to go after that one. Al-Khatib, I think she was so upset with her hit that it distracted Morgan Mayer, and she didn't realize that the ball was still in play until it was too late. So point for Rush City now 7-2. Substitution for them, and going back to serve is going to be Ellie Thielander. So Ellie Thielander back to serve. It's 7-2. Her serve is, oh, it hits the net and crawls its way over. You can't teach it. That's just her and the ball having a little secret meeting before that serve and made an agreement. But a good serve nonetheless. It gets over for an ace for Ellie Thielander. This one does manage to get all the way across the net cleanly. Larson with the dig, and then an absolute, oh my goodness. We need to investigate Gar for that hit. That was abuse on a ball. Holy cow. McKenna Gar absolutely killed that ball. No pun intended there. I just realized I was trying to come up with something big, and I thought kill was the best word. But, yeah, she killed it for the kill. My goodness. 9-2 after that kill, and now Ellie Thielander's serve goes into the net that time and will not work its way over. It's 9-3. Kate Friedner subs in for Milana Larson, and Morgan Mayer out. In is Linnea Carlson. Back to serve is Kiana Osmondson. It is up and over. Dug up by Abigail, and now to Gar. Gar will look for the kill. It's dug up by Friedner. And Larson looks for the kill. A sliding dig by Rude. Gar will look to punch it across. She does. Dug up by Friedner. Setting it up for Carlson, and it's a kill for Linnea Carlson of the Wildcats, 9-4. Already they've got half of their points in which they got in the first set. Jana Osmundson with the serve. This one's up and over. Dug up by Abigail to Rude to Gar. Gar looking for the kill. Blocked at the net, and it is a kill for Mariah Cave. Ooh, that might have been both Cave and Carlson. Either way, what a good block it was by Mariah Cave and Linnea Carlson. That is big time. Jana Osmundson will serve. And into the net. That is really unfortunate because you feel like if you're the Wildcats, you had a bunch of momentum right there. But now the Tigers will have it back. It'll be Clara Neeson to serve. Neeson, only a freshman. This is a young Rush City squad, but they are handling it just fine. Serve is up and over. A dig there from Friedner. And Carlson will look for the kill. That is off of the dig of Abigail Thielander, and it goes backwards, and that makes it 10-6. Wildcats definitely feel a little bit better about this set than the first one. Sadie Loma will check in for Kayla Larson, and usually we see 2 at a time for the Wildcats. This time they're only going to get 1, as Sadie Loma will check in. She will go back to serve as well. Loma, one of the 5 seniors on this squad. Her serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Setting it up for Gar. Gar with an absolute rocket launcher. That is out on the hit. Dial it back just a little bit. That might have been in, but Gar, I mean, she is one of the biggest hitters for Rush City here. Trying to step in the shoes of Bankston of last year. Bankston, I will fight tooth and nail that she was one of the best hitters in all of Class AA. As Gar will just lightly tap this one across. A good diving dig there by Haley Sandberg, but she's not going to get enough under it. And it is going to be a point back for the Tigers, 11-7. Kenna Gar will go back to serve. The Wildcats are within 1 of tying what they got last set, and this is a much better set for them. Dig, and now Carlson, an awkward hit over, but she gets it over nonetheless. Gar sets it up for Thielander. Thielander with the kill, and a late whistle there, but yes, it did hit the ground first, right in front of the Haley Sandberg dig attempt. 12-7 now on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Gar with the serve, lobs it over. Diving dig from Sandberg, and hitting it across to Sadie Loma. Dig is Abigail Thielander, and hitting it across the stream. Dug up by the Wildcats. Carlson will look for the kill. Gar with the dig to Rude, to Stream. She just taps it across. Dug up by Sandberg, into the bench. Loma gets it, and back across. Nice job by Friedner. Dug up by the Tigers. Now Stream will look for the kill. Nicely tapped across. Sandberg with another dig, and pushed across by Kiana Osmundson. Stream will look for the kill, but that is going to go long, and what a fight here by the Wildcats. They get another point back, and they have tied their point total from the first set here. A good set here by the Tigers. A few subs for the Wildcats as Kayla Wheeler goes back. Wildcats having the set to remember right now as they are doing everything seemingly just about right. Now Abigail Thielander looks to come back with them. A nice dig there by Loma. Friedner looks for the kill. Gar with the dig. Rude coming to set. Hit by Thielander, over and dug up by Osmundson. Pushed back across by Carlson. Dug up by Rude to Gar. For Abigail Thielander, who will hit it into the net. 12-9, and the Wildcats said we're not out of this yet. What a fight here by the Wildcats. Early on, it looked like it was going to be another Rush City set, but Wildcats say, hold on. For the famous Lee Corso, just a minute. Diving dig by Wheeler, pushed back across, dug up by the Tigers. That's Neeson. Stream looks for the kill, and it is out of play, and it will be now 12-10, the first double digits for the Wildcats here in this game. Wildcats just need to keep it going for the Tigers. They just need something, a big hit a block, something to get themselves going here. Wheeler with the serve. Lob over, dug up by Rude. Nobody there for the Tigers. The Tigers had no one there. Rude noticed that it was just lobbed over, and she did the correct thing in going after and getting the dig, but there was no one else there. And a timeout called by the Tigers. We'll take a quick commercial break here on WCMP.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softeners.
Well, back here on WCMP, on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. More at EmbraceMN.com. Serve from Wheeler, dug up by the Tigers. Rude, Stream looking for the kill. It was blocked at the net, but it's going to be a kill for Autumn Stream. And that may be what the doctor ordered for the Tigers. They needed something. They needed anything to come back, and they get one there on that kill. Sub here as Ellie T-Lander checks out. In for her is Kendra Heinz. Back to serve is Autumn Stream, who most recently just picked up a kill. Serve is over. Wheeler with a diving dig at the net. Push back down. Wheeler again, another diving dig, but this time it's going to go out of play. Man, you've got to give, if there's a hustle award, Wheeler has it right now. My goodness, 2 diving plays on the same volley. I don't know if that makes sense. 2 diving digs on the same play. I don't know. Either way, good play there. And now Al-Khatib will get it back across. Dug up by Gar to Rude. And Abigail T-Lander will hit it across. Wheeler with the dig. Friedner looks to push it across. Dug up by Stream to Rude. Setting up for Abigail. Push back across. Dug up by Osmondson. And Carlson will hit it across. Blocked at the net. Nice job there by Abigail T-Lander, getting that kill. It's 15-11, and all of a sudden the tides have turned heavily in the Tigers' favor. About midway through this first set, Autumn Stream with the serve. It's up and over, and that's going to get into the metal rod that holds the net in place, out of bounds, and it will be now 16-11. A mistake there, mishit by the Wildcats. Stream with the serve. Dug up by Friedner. Carlson looks for the kill. That is just going to go long. That was the correct spot by Carlson. The correct spot for that one. Just a little bit long. Carlson, their tallest player, or actually, excuse me, not Mariah Cave is their tallest, but she's their second tallest at 6 foot. Good height for a volleyball player. Serve is over, dug up. Al-Khatib looks for the kill. Dug up by Rude. And this one's a little bit out of place, but nicely job by T-Lander. And then Carlson for the Wildcats gets the kill to make it 17-12. Carlson says, all right, I'm stopping it now, and I'm getting something back. Lana Larson will check in for Osmondson, and Morgan Mayer will check in for Carlson. Mayer will go back to serve for the Wildcats. 6 seniors for the Wildcats. Mayer, one of them. Her serve is up and over. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Setting it up for Abigail T-Lander. Blocked at the net. Dug up by Wheeler. To Mayer. Tapped across by a Wildcat player, and that's going to go out of bounds. A diving dig attempt there by a Tiger player, but it goes just long. And the Wildcats now getting some points back here. It's been a back-and-forth set. This is what you love to see in volleyball. 2 teams going at it. Neither team has a real advantage here in this set. As Morgan Mayer with the serve across, and that's going to go just long. 18-13, Tigers with the lead. Now Natalie Rude back to serve. Serve is up and over. Dug up there by Friedner. And, Al-Khatib had the fake hit, and she faked out her teammate, Milana Larson. So Al-Khatib faked out her own teammate, and Milana Larson was like, oh, you're getting it? And then realized the ball was coming down and had to try and get a hit on it. Faked out her own teammate as now Rude will get the hit across. Oh, and then completely missing it is Kate Friedner. That's a tough one. May have just took her eye off the ball for a split second. And we're going to time out here by the Wildcats. Quick commercial break. Back afterward from our fine sponsors.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
Back here on WCMP, that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Find out more at EmbraceMN.com. The Tigers lead 20-13, but it's been a very entertaining set. Both teams have had their fair share of momentum. Right now it's with the Tigers. They lead by 7, but the Wildcats, I promise you, will not go away quietly. They have found a ton of success here in this set. They're not about to give it up. They're what looks to be part C and JV squad and maybe a few of their other classmates over there trying to form a student section. Small but mighty. Rude with the serve for the Tigers. It's up and it gets into the chest of Friedner. Just a little too far up on that one. It's going to be an ace for Natalie Rude. Natalie Rude now with 3, 1 behind the lead from Abigail Thielander at 4. Rude again with the serve. This time it's dug up cleanly. And Al-Khatib looks for the kill. Dug up by the Tigers, now to Stream. And it's hit across again by Heinz. Blocked at the net by the Tigers, and it will be their point. There was a moment of kind of a let's make sure, but it is Tiger point. 22-13 now, Tigers with the lead. Rude with the serve. It's up and over. A diving dig. Al-Khatib keeps it alive, and Wheeler pushes it across. Dug up by Stream to Rude. Setting it up for Gar. A diving dig, though, by Sadie Loma. Push back across for Gar. And Abigail Thielander will look for the kill. Blocked at the net. Wheeler with a diving dig. Another play by Mayer. Hit back across by Kate Friedner. A diving dig by Gar to Rude. And now Thielander will line it up. Oh my goodness, a mistake by Loma. Sadie Loma, if she would have let that one go, that would have been out. But a nice play there by the Tigers. Man, what a volley there on that point. That was fun. Natalie Rude again to serve. It's up, and it's over. Back across the net, dug up by the Tigers, setting it up for Thielander. And just in front of the diving Wheeler, it's another point and a kill for the Tigers. Thielander, she has tied the team lead at 6. Set point for the Tigers, 24-13. They lead here in set number 2. They lead 1-0 after taking the first, 25-8. Rude with the serve. She'll lob it over. Wheeler with a diving dig, but it won't be enough. It's an ace for Natalie Rude to end set number 2, 25-13. 25-13 is how that set will end, and with that ace, Natalie Rude ties the team lead with 4 aces on the evening. Well, that'll do it for set number 2. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors, but first, a Rush City Auto replay.
Hey there, Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in Northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Jack's Pizza, 3 for $12, Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free, Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, 2 for $4, any size fountain drink up to XL, 79 cents all day. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back here on WCMP, Ethan Game Day Gilman joining you. And for a moment, I just want to shout out our sales team at WCMP, KBK. They do a great job and have found us sponsors for a lot of things. But one of the really the coolest things has been the Rush City Auto Replay. This is something new we're doing this year, and I'm so excited to have it be a part of our broadcast. It's not often you get a radio station to, first of all, do video for games, but then for us to be able to do replay. I want to give them credit for finding a sponsor for this, and also want to give a credit to Joshua Miron for helping me out with finding out about the replay, learning more about it, getting it down so that we can bring it to you guys, so that you guys can look at the replay and maybe see some things for yourselves, or just simply get a replay. I mean, that is, honestly, I don't know about you. I'm like fiending over it. I love having the replay. It is such a cool feature. Not only that, we also get it for post game and highlights at the end of the week. So I just love having this feature. So a huge shout out to Josh Miron to help me out figure that out, and our sales team for finding a sponsor for it, and finding a sponsor for a lot of things as a part of our broadcast. I want to give also a huge shout out just to all of our fine sponsors. They have been a huge part of our broadcast for many, many years, whether they're new, whether they have been on with us for a while. We want to thank all of our fine sponsors. We're getting ready for set number 3 here at Rush City High School. The Tigers lead 2-0 over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Tigers won the first set 25-8 and the second 25-13. As we prepare for the third and possibly final set. But I don't know if the second set was any indication of what the Wildcats could bring for a third set in which could end the game. I have a good feeling on how well the Wildcats could play here in this set. I think that they could play very well facing elimination, if you will. Not so much elimination, but just losing a game. With what they did in the second set and now going into a set in which they could face a loss, I have a good feeling about what the Wildcats could do here. We do have a new, now we have a new player in for the Wildcat. I'm not sure if maybe this is just a new, I don't believe that's Kayla Wheeler. It's not. There's a new libero, and it's number 2. And ladies and gentlemen, I apologize if you're a Wildcat fan. The only number 2 I see is their C-Squad team, Clara Matson, and I don't believe that's her, but I've been wrong before. So we'll try and keep you updated as to who that is. I apologize. We're getting just about ready to start the set. Head coach of the Tigers, T-Lander, upset about something. Not sure if it's maybe the substitution or the jersey change of the Wildcats. I'm not real sure, but either way, that one is dug up by the Wildcats, but it's going to go back into the wall. And I believe that will give Rude the team lead on aces with 5. 5 aces. Surprisingly, no kills for Rude yet tonight. She has the team lead with 5 aces. 1-0 as we begin set number 3. Serve is over. And it's dug up there by Friedner. And now hit across by Loma. Dug up by Gar to Rude. T-Lander. And that is in. That is in. That is a T-Lander kill to make it 2-0. That was a beautiful kill by Abigail T-Lander. She has the team lead now with 7 over McKenna Gar. Rude. That's Natalie Rude getting set for the serve. It's over. Dug up by number 2. I apologize, don't have the name. Oh my goodness, and Morgan Mayer hard into the judge's ladder. She's okay, but unfortunately that ball will wind up being down, and it's going to make it 3-0. And looks like the head ref, judge, if you will, is going to resituate her ladder. And we're ready to get going again as Natalie Rude set to serve. It's up and over. Oh, and Kate Friedner with a big mistake there. It'll be an ace, maybe. Yes, an ace for Rude. Friedner, I don't know if she was in the process of pulling her arms back or if she was putting her arms forward. I was trying to concentrate on too many things at once, but she touched that one. It was going out of bounds, so that's an unfortunate mistake by Friedner. Now Rude with another serve. It's dug up by the Wildcats to Mayer, and that's into the net, and unfortunately there for Linnea Carlson. Now there was just no chance on getting that over the net, and it will be another Tiger point. They lead 5-0, so early on a dominant set for the Tigers early on. Rude with the serve. It's over. A diving dig by Friedner. And Al-Khatib races after it, but that's going to be just too low and underneath the net for her to get to. And it's going to be a point. So I believe maybe Loma and Wheeler have switched jerseys. I think that's what the case is. As their serve is over by Rude, dug up nicely, and now hit back across by the Wildcats. Gar with the dig to Rude, setting it up for Ellie T-Lander. Blocked at the net. Abigail T-Lander, she hit the net with her arm. She hit the net, and that should be Tiger or Wildcat. Oh. Oh, well, that is not, they made a mistake here. They made a big mistake. That should not be Tiger point. That should be Wildcat point. The Tigers clearly hit the net coming down on the hit. I don't know if they called double hit by the Wildcats, but that is the incorrect call, unfortunately. And Rude's serve is going to go out of bounds. So, unfortunately, the Wildcats miss a point there. It's all right, though. They come back. And you know what? Referees, they don't see everything. And that's okay. They're here. They're volunteering their time and effort, so we appreciate them for being out here. They're human, too. Kate Friedner, just like me, I miss a bunch. So Friedner with the serve, Gar with the dig, setting it up for Heinz, who gets it back across, dug up by Friedner. Now looking for the kill is Larson. It hits the net. Heinz keeps it alive, and somehow Stream, it goes into the divider in the gym. And that'll be a point once again for the Wildcats. Stream had it, but it goes into the divider here. I'll show you. That divider right there, the blue and gray thing, goes into that. And back to serve will be Friedner. So Friedner will serve again for the Wildcats. It's up and over. Oh, it hits the net. Into the net again. Rude somehow gets it over. Dug up by Carlson. Hitting it over and out is Mayer. And it's going to be 8-2. Tigers lead on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Abigail T-Lander back to serve. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team over there wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. Light force braces or Invisalign clear liners. Serve is over. Dug up by Friedner. To Mayer. And tapped lightly across by Larson. And unfortunately, as she tapped it across, it went out of bounds. So it will be a point for the Tigers. Abigail Thielander to serve. It is up and over. Dug up by the new libero and Al-Khatib. That's out. That is just out, unfortunately. That is a great hit by Sophia Al-Khatib. But it is, and I mean just long on that hit. That's a perfect spot for that one, but just a hair long. This serve is over. Oh, and nice job by the Wildcats to keep that alive. Al-Khatib will get it across. Dug up by one of the T-Landers, and now Gar looks for the kill. Off the block. Gets the kill to make it 11-2. McKenna Gar now ties the team lead at 7 kills between her and Abigail Thielander. You know, I have talked about Gar and Autumn Stream being the big hitters now for the Tigers. You can't count out Abigail Thielander. She has been a big supporter of the hits as well. This is going to be an ace for Abigail Thielander. Just gets down in front of the diving Kayla Larson. Yes, Larson. 12-2. That's an ace for Abigail Thielander. One behind the team lead at 5 with 5 aces for Abigail Thielander. Her serve is long, and that's going to be a point back for the Wildcats. Wildcats hoping to go on a little bit of a run here. They trail 12-3 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. At EmbraceMN.com, it's Al-Khatib to serve for the Wildcats. She's one of the 6 seniors for Chisago Lakes. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Abigail Thielander to root at the net, pushing it to Gar. Whistle here. Something at the net on the Tigers. 12-4 now. Wildcats trying to cut into the Tiger lead. Sophia Al-Khatib readies. Here is the serve. It's up, and that is long. It's out. I like the spot. I like that far corner on the back for that serve, but just going to go a little bit long. We get a substitution here as Clara Neeson checks in for the Tigers, and she'll go back to serve. Clara Neeson, no stats on the night, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have no stats. I mean, she has assists and everything, so she just doesn't have any aces or kills. This serve hits the net and is dug up by the Wildcats and now hit back across by Larson. Dug up by the Tigers, and Gar. Yeah, there was no way for her to get that one over. Unfortunately, the hit did not set her up in a perfect position. And you don't need to be in a perfect position, but it just set her up out of position. That's a better way to put it. And she could not get that one back across the net. Couple subs in for the Wildcats. One is Osmondson. The other, I believe, is Benet Smith. It is. As Kiana Osmondson will go back to serve, a freshman for this team, and Benet Smith, a senior. Serve is over, dug up by Thielander, hit back across by Gar, dug up by Friedner, push back across, and a kill there for Kiana Osmondson. Kiana Osmondson gets the kill for the Wildcats. And she's a freshman chance coming from the Wildcats sideline and bench. And the bleachers, there we go. Osmondson into the net. 14-6 after that serve goes into the net. Going back to serve for the Tigers now is Ellie Thielander. She has 1 ace on the evening. She is an 8th grader. So again, this Tiger team is young, but man, early on they're showing that inexperience, not a factor. This serve is over, dug up by Benet Smith to Osmondson, and now they'll have to hit it across. Friedner, is not going to get it across. Hits one of the metal rafters in here in the gym, and comes back down on their side, so that will be another point for Rush City, 15-6. Tigers with the lead. Ellie Thielander gets ready to serve once again. Thielener into the net with that serve. And it will give a point back to the Wildcats, 15-7. Now the score. And I believe this is Kayla Wheeler wearing the number 7 now. So Wheeler with the serve across, dug up by guard, Rude, setting it up for Stream. Big hit, blocked at the net, dug up by Osmondson. Now Benet Smith will look for the kill into the net. That's unfortunate. That was a beautiful setup for her, but unfortunately hits it into the net, and now it will be 16-7 as McKenna Garr goes back to serve for Rush City. Serve is up, and a lob over, and it gets down, an ace for McKenna Garr. Her team now leads by 10. That's the second ace of the evening for Garr. She's also tied for the team lead with kills at 7 with Abigail Thielander. Garr, serve up, over, and somehow the Wildcats keep it alive. Benet Smith gets it back across. What an effort play. That is Stream looking for the kill. And blocked at the net by the Wildcats, and with the block, it goes out of bounds, so it's 18-7. A new young lady checking in for the Wildcats, that's Maria Cave. I shouldn't say new, but just checking in for the first time in a while. That serve is over, and just not enough on that one to get it back up across the net off of the dig. It's another ace for McKenna Garr to make it 19-7. Tigers slowly but surely pulling away. Garr another serve, dug up by the Wildcats. Osmondson, and that one's going to go to the scores table and out of bounds, 20-7. Tigers dominant here in set number 3. Maria Cave into the game for the Wildcats as Garr's serve is over, dug up. Now Osmondson. Cave looking for the kill. She gets it. Oh, there's discussion. No. They'll say it's her. Maria Cave with the kill for the Wildcats. 20-8. Maria Cave, a junior. Al-Khatib will check in for Cave. As now, again, not sure who number 2 is for the Wildcats, but I do believe it's Loma, possibly. As her serve is over, dug up by Ellie Thielander. Rude will push it across. Osmondson, and it goes right to the front of the net. No Wildcats are there in time to get it, and it's 21-8. Tigers with the lead. And now Neeson will check out in for her as Kendra Heinz. Back to serve is Autumn Stream. Stream serve is up and over. Dug up by who I believe is Wheeler. And Al-Khatib with the kill for the Wildcats. And she says, not so fast. Not so fast, as Lee Corso would say. That one is nicely done by Al-Khatib for the Wildcats. They're not out of this yet. They've got some life left in them. Morgan Mayer is back to serve now for Chisago. Gets a signal for the okay to serve. It is up and it is over. Dug up by Garr to Rude, setting it up for Heinz. Taps it across, dug up, but oh my goodness. As she dug it up, the ball went backwards behind all of her teammates, and no one was there to get back in time, unfortunately. That's unfortunate. No blame really on anybody there. So that's just an unfortunate thing that happened. Natalie Rude will go back to serve. Can she finish it off for the Tigers as they lead 22-9? All they need to do is get to 25 and win by 2. Rude serve up, over. Dug up nicely there by Friedner. And hit across again by Wheeler. Garr with the dig to Rude. And it's... Did not see who that was. Getting the kill that time is Ellie Thielander. Nice job by Ellie Thielander with the kill there. That's her first of the evening. Ellie Thielander with the kill. Natalie Rude to serve again. Up, lobbed it over, dug up by the Wildcats. To Mayer, hit across by Al-Khatib, dug up by Rude. To Stream, to Garr. Dug up there by Wheeler, and trying to get the diving set is Mayer, but it is down. 24-9, match point, another kill for McKenna Garr to take the team lead at 8. Match point here for the Tigers. Rude looking to finish it off. Serve is up, lob over, dug up on the dig, diving, Al-Khatib, that's a kill for Al-Khatib. She says we're not done yet. Gives her team life for at least one more point. Now, the Wildcats have to score 14 in a row to erase match point. Not going to be easy, but we have seen it before. As here's Kate Friedner. Serve is over, into the net, and probably the toughest way to end a game. Right into the net, that serve goes, and the Tigers get the victory here in set number 3, 25-10. And the Tigers get the victory 3-0 over the Wildcats on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with the lifelong retention program at embracemn.com. The Tigers get the victory here tonight over the Wildcats, 3-0. We're going to take a commercial break, hear word from our fine sponsors, then we'll be back for the wrap-up of this one here on WCMP.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Doritos and Lay's Mix and Match, buy one, get one half off. Jack Link's Beef Jerky Variety, 2 for $10. Starbucks Pink in Paradise, buy one, get one free. Any Dr. Pepper, 3 for $5. Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A New Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ask Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Back here on WCMP, the Tigers get the victory here tonight, 3-0 over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Tigers took set 1, 25-8. Set 2 was an interesting set for both of these teams. A lot of action, a lot of back and forth. The Wildcats looked to have a ton of momentum, maybe even looked to take the set, but Wildcats could not get enough as the Tigers got some momentum back and then just ran away with it from there, taking it 25-13. And then the Tigers dominant here in the third set, taking it 25-10 and take the match 3-0 over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. For the Tigers leading the way, ace-wise was Natalie Rude with 6. Then you had Abigail Thielander with 5 of them. Kills, it was McKenna Garr with 8 and Abigail Thielander with 7. So for our player of the game, man, that's tough, but I think I'm going to go with Abigail Thielander. She made a big impact tonight for the Tigers, making some plays when her team needed it. Some aces really early on that kind of set the tone for the Tigers, I think. You could easily say Rude or Garr because Garr's big hits really, really made a difference. But you could also say Rude because her aces late in this match really, really helped them overcome a little bit of a slump there in the second set. And then in the third set, she kind of helped her team get out to almost what seemed like an insurmountable lead for Chisago Lakes. So you could say either one of them, but I'm going to go with T-Lander here tonight. She is one of the younger talent on this team as a sophomore, but she played a little bit last year and now taking a much bigger role this year. And she's not only taking that bigger role, but she's also being one of the leaders on this team in that bigger role as a younger player. And it's just been so impressive to see. The bright lights have not affected her at all. It's just so great to see that she's been doing that. But just her ability to stay calm, cool, collected. I mean, again, 5 aces, 7 kills. Neither of those stats led the team, but her ability to be in the right spot at the right time and just be out on the court as much as she is going to be our player of the game here tonight for Rush City. She had a fantastic evening and just an absolutely great game for the Tigers. Again, could have easily been Rude or McKenna Garr, but it'll be Abigail T-Lander tonight, our player of the game. So the Tigers get the victory 3-0. We're going to take one more commercial break. We'll come back, finish off our recap, and then we'll be set to go finish off our evening here on WCMP.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust, for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any sized budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. Tigers get the victory here tonight over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, 3-0. We'll take a look at some of our Rush City Auto replays. This was early on in the third set. It was a hit in which Chisago Lakes made a mistake, but just another good hit here from the Tigers' Abigail Thielander. I mean, that was just a great hit from Abigail Thielander. As we take a look at early on here tonight in set one, the Wildcats have the lead early 2-1. But after the serve, it was the Tigers' turn to tie it back up. It was Thielander again, and that's what I'm talking about. Her play tonight was just phenomenal, putting that ball in spots where no one could get it on the other side. Then continuing in set one, another good play after the serve from the Tigers. You can see they blocked it at the net, managed to get it back on their side, and then the kill from McKenna Garr. I know it's what they do and what they're supposed to do, but I can't get over the placement on these young ladies' hits. Then in set number two, this was a big play, a diving dig there by the Wildcats. They hit it back across, but the Tigers get it up, and it's Thielander once again. Another hit that forces the Wildcats into a play that they didn't want to make. So another Rush City Auto replay brought to you by, of course, Rush City Auto here in Rush City, Minnesota. So for the Tigers, they continue to stay unbeaten on the season so far, and they will look forward to their next match. Meanwhile, the Wildcats, I believe, are still looking for win number one on the season, but this team, don't count them out yet. They've got a chance to make some noise still. So for the Wildcats, that won't be their last match of the week. No, in fact, they will head to Mora on Thursday, and that will be it for the week. So only 2 matches this week for the Rush City Tigers, but they win here tonight and now look forward to, Thursday I mentioned, where they will be in Mora to take on the Mustangs. For the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, this won't be their final match of the week either. In fact, they'll also play on Thursday, but they'll be at Johnson. I believe is that St. Paul Johnson or Minneapolis Johnson, one of the two. They'll be down there on Friday, and that will be, or Thursday, but that'll be their last match of the week. So I want to thank you all for tuning in here tonight. If you're watching this on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube page. Just hit that red subscribe button. Then once you are subscribed, you'll get all the notifications for any games when we go live. So all you have to do is click on the notification. It will bring you right to the live video. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast. I want to give a huge shout out to you for tuning in. Well, if it isn't for you, I don't get to come out here and broadcast these games because we don't have a reason to be out here. So I appreciate you all for tuning in. I appreciate Rush City Schools for having me here today. Thanks so much to them. And, of course, remember to be kind to everyone. You just never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could truly make someone's day. The final here in this one, the Tigers beat the Wildcats 3-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. For WCMP, stay tuned to all of our social medias, our website, and our Twitter for all things local sports. Our broadcast schedule is at either of our websites. Go to the sports tab and click on broadcast schedule. You'll see all the rest of the games for the week coming up. Well, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman for WCMP. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night.